I'm driving the Datsun right now. See, I'm third gear. All the gauges work properly. Temperature gauge stays in the proper, in the middle. Fuel gauge works. Oil pressures seems good to me. Clock even works. The light right here works. I'm getting on the freeway. Pulls to the gear just fine. RPM 3,000. Comp right there. Fifth gear. Speedometer says it's going about 70, probably going around 65, maybe 60. Slight little shake is from the tires. They've been sitting a while, so it's one thing that should be changed. Tires have a flat spot in them. Those size tires, kind of hard to get. People have been asking me for this video, so says 59,490. I couldn't tell you how accurate that is or not, but I mean everything in the interior is good. I don't like saying cars are perfect because they're not. I don't care if you buy a brand new car, you find something wrong with it. So that's just what you're going to get with a 40-year-old plus car. I mean, things aren't perfect, but I'd daily driver this car all day. I mean, cop in front of me, so I don't want to keep the phone up here. I'm in fourth gear and going 20 miles an hour. It doesn't stumble, so that's a good sign, honestly, if you ask me. It's pretty smooth other than the tire, the flat spots in the tire. It drives really smooth. It's pretty quiet, it's not loud. It has kind of a stock exhaust, so it's relatively quiet in the cabin. It's not super noisy. I used to have another 240Z. It was straight piped and it was loud, especially in pulling in any gear was pretty loud. But I can hear myself talking in here. I can hear my girlfriend talking in here. I don't have to yell, just to hear her say something in this car. Like I said, I feel confident driving this car anywhere, I mean, maybe little things here and there aren't perfect, but like I said, what kind of 40-year-old car is perfect? I just, I've had a lot of people call me and ask me, oh, can it be a daily driver? Can it, do this? Can it do that? Sure, why not, I mean, older cars, you can daily driver them. It just little crappy parts go out on them all the time. That's why they're on the shelf at your AutoZone. I mean, and that's why they're cheap parts. So, yeah, you could easily daily driver this car. Is it reliable? Well, it's on the road. It's 40 years later, and I'm driving it down the road. I mean, so it's just how as reliable as you want it to be. Let's put it that way. You know, you take care of it, it'll take care of you. That's just what I believe. You know, you neglect any car, it'll break down on you. I don't care if it's a new car or an older car. So, is it reliable? It's as reliable as you want it to be. But I firmly believe in this car 100%. I drive it, seriously drive it anywhere. It's pretty good on gas. I've heard stories of guys getting up to 30 miles per gallon. You know, I don't know how true that is or not, but I firmly believe this car gets probably 20 plus, and I'm not just saying that. You can look up on any forum or, you know, what guys are getting. That's just what I think I'm getting. When I first got the car, it was running a little bit too rich, and I was probably going through 20 bucks in gas, you know, in a day and a half. But now it goes, you know, 20 bucks in gas. You're talking about 3 or 4 days maybe. So it's definitely running a lot better. But with any carbureted, you know, these SU carbs, the dual carbs, I mean, if you know how to tune them perfectly, you'll probably get even better gas mileage. I'm sure there's things that guys do to get even better gas mileage, but I'm happy, you know, for a 40-year-old car getting 20 plus miles a gallon. I'm definitely happy with that all day. So yeah, this is my video. Sorry it could be boring. Not the greatest quality video, but what's important is that you see that the car's on the street, it's driving just fine, it's not overheating. It holds its idle smooth. I think it drives really good for an older car. Really do. Other than the tire. A flat spot in the tire. Like I say, you know, guys want to come here and want a perfect car. Well, go buy a show car, you know. Go buy $25,000 240Z, you know. I mean, that's all I can recommend to a guy that wants to come and buy a perfect example of a Datsun Z, you know. I'm not asking a perfect example of a Series 1Z. I'm asking for a, you know, the price I'm asking is for a very good, well-preserved Z that is a good candidate to turn into a much, much nicer car than what it already is. You know, I mean, it is a nice car as is. You could drive it as is, or you could choose to give it a nicer paint job. You know, different wheels. Do whatever you want. But definitely a great car as is, and not only that, but it's very warm in here, so it gets very warm in here. So the heat works good. So thank you for the time, and hopefully something good happens. Or whatever. Thanks. Bye.